Hi everyone, Intuitive Kathleen Miller here, and this is the April 2025 Intuitive Energy Forecast. And today, is actually March 31st, but I like to do this kind of as we move into the first so that it's really encapsulating just right on the heels of what we're coming out of with March going into for April. So a lot of times when I tune in to get this information, I get visuals, I get little kind of snippets of broad strokes, and then kind of feel out the energies of that. And what I love is we are moving from this very internalized. March felt like it was a lot of internal turmoil and a lot of internal work that we were all doing, a lot of internal contemplation and different energies. And now in April, we are moving to this external. It feels like it's a very kind of out into the world energy and sort of this light coming in. And that makes sense with the Aries going into the fire, going into, moving this out into the world. And so the first point was face it to change it, was what I heard. And this really spoke to this in this loud, noisy, completely distracting world of a million headlines that everyone is incredibly reactionary to, and we all can be. It's very understandable. But to really hone that quiet and that inner stillness, to get present with whatever it is for you, that it's really time to change. And, there's a saying that what you avoid, you can't change. And so everything that we're avoiding, or that it's just time to fully face and fully be present with and fully really make that to the world choice of I'm changing this. And then here are next steps. Because until we face it and choose the change, the next steps won't even come in. So, but April is this beautiful time. I get that the support that was sort of coming in March is really kind of, there's a different light up is the way that I was shown this. And there's so much more that we can reach and tap into in April that's also incredibly resourceful and beautiful, not only energetically, but for some of you, you might find resources and supports that were sort of elusive or not to be found in March are suddenly opening and even possibly coming to you. So those are beautifully lighting up. So that was number one. Number two is I saw this globe and then all of these light strands, almost like when you see all of the flight patterns and it shows where it's going to go and all of these beautiful lights going around the globe. And what it was showing was this, lighting up the world, like that our reach to direct the narrative for change is really going to be heightening, and the need, the possibility to connect to more in unity and in this, clarity of desire for positive change, clarity of desire for the freedoms, the supports, and just the different world that we're wanting to create. And what I was shown is this shift from reacting to all of the negativity and all of the chaos and putting more energy into, okay, yes, fighting that is not really productive. I'm going to put energy into the change I'm wanting to create and what I'm wanting to see in the world, and then lighting up through that love and through that powerful desire, that passionate desire for a different world. And that's actually going to make this noise actually just dissolve ultimately. So that's really lighting up in a beautiful way. And then number three was literally like after a storm, stepping out onto, the sunshine. And it was literally stepping into the light, and it was a literal getting out. For some of you, this may be moves that are happening or beginning to really, the ball's rolling towards in your life. For some, this is new social environments, new commitments, new things that you're socially doing in the world, or taking your business out into the world in a different way. So it's sort of getting into new circles, new realms, new new territories and new spaces, and a really positive light, and a really refreshing, like a healthy invigoration. So if that's something, that resonates for you, really asking for this, really asking for support in this. But it does feel like a very positively active month, and really getting comfortable with new, because it feels like a lot of new spaces, new connections, new ideas, new okay, I'm facing this, and here's the new next steps to be changing it. So it's a lot of new, and yet there's so much light to be supporting this. And and it's really interesting once we do ask for the change, and we really declare this change to the universe. Okay, I'm going this way. I'm we're having this change for the world. We're having this change for humanity. The universe responds. The planet is conscious. All these other realms that are here to support us are conscious. They are going to respond in kind with that positive support, and with new forms, new structures, new ways of whatever, healthy resolutions for a greater future, a more sustainable future, a more peaceful future that can come in. So very, very exciting, very, very, a lot of fire energy, a lot of light energy. So this, because it's so much of this element, it is going to be super important to be balancing the fire element. So not overheating, not overdoing it, not overextending, watching, things that temper fire are, adequate earth to stay grounded, and we don't, burn up, but also all the other elements that we're kind of keeping up with a high output. So making sure you're nourishing, making sure you have appropriate rest intervals, and all of those things will also help to balance and to kind of keep you in that high performance, so that you can get a lot done, stay very healthy, and be thriving and changing the world at the same time, because we all are capable of this. It is time, and this year is so game on, guys, and so let's show up and be that change, and really lead from that light. So I hope this has been helpful for you. If you have questions, comments, love to hear from you. You can find me on, this is obviously my YouTube channel, but also on Instagram, or my main website, intuitivelifestylesuccess.com. I have lots of fun things coming up, and I just am grateful that you're here. So thanks so much. Have an awesome April, and I hope to see you soon.